I'm Chester44, and welcome to this Let's Play of Heaven's Vault. Last episode, we, continued exploring through that moon, market, theater, whatever it was, and we happened to find a child who was living there. He somehow got sent there, possibly by the door in Elboreth. We brought him back to Albrecht, and I'm bringing him over to Timor. Maybe he'll be able to take care of the child. Let's see what Timor makes of you, Amir. Ah, Aaliyah. And this is... why now? Amir, isn't it? It's been, what, nearly a year? I don't know, Kisreth. What's a Kisreth? He is. He's the one. He's the one who sent me to the gate. What happened to you, boy? Where did you go? You wanted me to slip aboard a ship bound for Iox, but there was a robot. It carried me off again. It took me to the Catkiss gate, and then it said something to the gate. I don't remember what happened after that. But I died. Alright, you can tell me later. Timor, are you smuggling children onto Iox? No. He was supposed to come back. But peace now. It doesn't matter anymore. I won't send you again. There's a bucket in the other room. There might be some clothes. Go and tidy yourself up. Yes, Kisreth. Good faith to you, lady. I'll miss you, Amir. Maybe I'll steal aboard your ship next time. But you, Timor, are going to explain a few things. I want to know why Amir was boarding ships. You really don't know, Elia. It wasn't obvious to you as a child working here. It isn't apparent now. I worked here, in the bar. I never went near any ships. You worked here. I never sent you onto a ship. You were too honest, too stubborn, even then. Aaliyah, a lot of people have worked for me. They grow up, some go rotten, others go their own way. But you slipped away when I had a place for you here. What kind of place? Someone has to look after all this when I'm gone. Someone who deserves it, someone I can trust. Brains and a heart. I wanted it to be you. I thought you thought I was a cleaner. Not for a single second. Albrecht relies on me, Aaliyah. They call me Kisreth, King of Thieves. Did you know that? But that's not the right name. I should be Ikathenya, he who protects. You didn't protect Amir. And he's not the only one I've lost, Aaliyah. Though he's the only one to come back. But that doesn't change anything. There isn't enough food here, Aaliyah. There never has been. That's a simple fact. Without me, without my children, hungry people would have set the slums on fire and tried to eat the ashes. I didn't realize. But that's why you should be running all this. No one else could grow up here and not realize what this place was. But you always see hope. Even when there is none. I could never do what you do. Someone will have to. Amir, maybe. The boy will be safe with me. I promise you that. Don't be a stranger. Come on, Six. Should we leave now, Mistress? No, we've still more here to do. Well, that was unexpected. So it is a thieves' moon, then, effectively. The word the boy spoke, it must have told the gate's hopper to send him to the moon where we found him. So that moon was once directly connected to Elboreth. And still is. A long-distance hopper. Is that possible? Very curious. We know the older emperors had some kind of link to Elboreth. I wonder if Elboreth used to be important. I mean, really important. Stone feet 6. None of the other statues we've seen have had feet. Maybe this was not a statue of a god, Mistress. Maybe it was a person. Interesting. We know the robot Amir was with spoke a word to the gate. Set boyauki refar. Well, let's go up. Kibenya. Iani hua sali kataliti. Well, let's go visit Toppy and Roy. See if they're alright. We're here, we may as well. I can't believe the people here talk ancient. This place must be old. Older even than Iox, maybe. Very interesting. Roy is still here. Aaliyah, you're back. Ah, my dear. What a pleasure. Is Toppy treating you well? I'm comfortable enough. I'm sorry, Roy. I really am. You talk like I'm a stranger to you. Listen, Toppy. So, I found the source of your brass artifact. Oh, did you now? You see, Roy? You're too hard on her. So don't hold back now, Aaliyah. Spill what you saw. Oh, it was quite a sight. An ancient market, ruined. A market? Tell me, was there more there like the brass device? Was there treasure beyond my wildest dreams? There was a boy living there. He'd somehow wandered through the Katkus Gate. Do you know the Katkus Gate is a long-distance hopper? There's a word you can say that takes you there. Now, what word? I don't know. But maybe you can discover it. And then you can tell me. Can't you ask the boy? He must know. What did you do with him? He's with Timor. Oh, is he? How handy. I like this. It is the start of a beautiful relationship, don't you think? I think so. I want to show you an artifact. Oh, yeah? The statue fragment. This is a fragment of a Crystal Age of Sail period statue of a climbing god. Oh, very nice. I've not seen anything quite like that. I might be able to make you an offer. Yeah, this is it. A heavy roll of paper made of skin like paper. And there's something drawn. This one is a faded piece from an even longer phrase. We have Pilgrim here. Holy Pilgrim. And something stranger? This one has a lot of symbols, but I think it must say Pilgrim. If
you're right about this, I'm going to be amazed.
It's a long one, but I think it must say stranger. Holy Pilgrim and... we have fire here, person... I want to say angry. Holy Pilgrim and angry stranger? I think that's right.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
This comes from the same site as the book, and the sextant I found earlier, I think. This should make the site of the ancient library of the loop easier to find.
So, you've seen it. The roll of paper for your fragment of statue of a climbing god.
You have a deal.
Ah, what a fine piece.
Oh, we have another artifact. I found a few more items you might be interested in.
Oh, yes?
This is an ancient, precisely written book, almost blank except for some unreadable glyphs.
It's passable. Ah, well, I can probably shift it, but not for much. I have something of similar period, I think. Here we are. A scrumpled nebula chart.
And here's some writing along a river.
You can tell people the symbols were anything. How would anyone ever know?
This one is a phrase run together. Yes, I see rivers here. Upon rivers? Fire upon rivers. This one might be sky. Sky god. I can add my translation for sky to my dictionary now. I'm also certain of upon. It's a lot of glyphs, but I'm confident it says rivers. Sky god aids, breathes, comes, demands, breathes? Sky god breathes life upon rivers? Kinda makes sense, I think. The sky god breathes life upon rivers makes sense. Most likely this comes from the same source as the roll of paper. We've got a lot of leads on the site of the ancient library of the loop now. This will make its location easier to locate.
So, you've inspected the merchandise? The chart for your book?
You have a deal.
I think this looks rather good here. It will take me some time to set up buyers for what you've given me, so if there's more, let me look another time when my eyes have recovered.
Another thing, Toppy. Seriously, Toppy, where do you get your stuff from?
You've got artifacts back there that the Iox curators would kill for, and they're not all stolen from me. Oh, you really don't know? Did they ever let you out of that orphanage you grew up in, El?
I used to work for Timur.
In his bar? Yeah, that's just changing one prison for another. You should look around Albrecht sometime. Really, look.
Are you saying your finds come from here?
If you go into any kitchen here, you'll find a 300-year-old ladle or a salt pot with ancient on the base. Everyone looks at Albrecht like it's a rubbish dump, but you find all manner of things in a rubbish dump.
So you steal from Elborethians?
I don't steal. I find things of worth that people don't know they have. When I go into the lower walks, people open their doors to me. They hold up spoons and buckets and say, "What about this, Toppy? What about this?"
And you take what's precious and leave the rest.
Now, water in a bottle has no value until it's drunk. Look, I'm no doctor. I don't run the orphanage like those grey ladies of yours. But I'm no thief, and I'm no vulture.
By the way, Toppy, I've been having suspicions about Albrecht's history. You were telling me you find your artifacts here. Do you think Albrecht used to be more important than it is now?
Us Elborethians, we know it. We can feel it. Albrecht used to be the seat of power. The Caicus itself was a fortified city. It's right there in the name. You know enough Batoy, don't you?
It means the Citadel. It's where you live, Toppy. You should know the name of where you live.
You do speak some Patai, Elia, but you do not hear it.
So what does Katkis mean?
Katkis, Aaliyah, means place of kings. The Katkis was the original palace of the Empire. Look around, Aaliyah. Aren't we all just living like kings?
That's debatable. Another thing, Toppy. So, where on Albrecht is good for artifacts?
Now you want to cut me out, do you?
Well, you might be missing something. You aren't careful.
The people I hire certainly aren't. Most of my little finds are sourced from the old town. You don't have to dig far in any patch of wasteland, but you'll find something. A perfume bottle, a belt buckle. Worthless rubbish until you polish it. Where you go wrong, my dear, is you think people care about how old something is, but they don't. People only care about how fragile things are, how easily it might have been broken or lost. People like delicate, fragile lovers and delicate, fragile things. And they break them and come back to buy more. It's a seller's market.
By the way, Toppy, how are things on Elboreth?
You know, much the same. Apart from poor Roy here.
Indeed. See you later, Toppy.
Don't forget us now.
I'll see you around, Elia. We have a few new artifacts to consider. Are you ready to go now, Mistress? Don't hassle me. I want to go see Roy's home again. See if maybe we see something there. And see if the trader has anything to say. Yes? How is trade today? Bristling. What now? Oh, get away from me, you moth. Okay, I guess we don't have anything to talk about with her. I don't think Aurora is coming back. Whatever happened must have really scared her. Which really is unfortunate. I guess we can leave. We still have a lot of time. We need to figure out where we're going to go next. At the very least, we'll go to the Nightingale. Maybe we'll look through the various inscriptions. Why do the laborers not fight back? Some do. I doubt they get far. Right. We'll head into the Nightingale at least. I wonder what the robot said to make the gate hopper the boy away. Some kind of ancient instruction. The place we found him must have been quite exclusive once. Back to the ship. As you wish, Mistress. This way, Mistress. So we left the surface of Albrecht. Aboard the Nightingale. Okay. Oh, the tile! We never told him about it. Mistress. Some people believe sailing is bad for the soul. I can't understand why. They believe the rivers are where souls go after death, Mistress. To visit them early is to invite death. Is that what the lights out there are? Souls? It hardly seems likely, Mistress. But
How can you be sure? When humans die, Mistress, do rivers come out of them? The tile from outside the domed market moon where Amir had been stranded. I know it's broken, but it's still beautiful. You can see the brush marks from where it was painted. Hard to believe it, but every tile in that building was painted identically by hand. The human capacity for inflicting tedium is incomprehensible to me, Mistress. Let's take to the river. No, I didn't want to. I will prepare the tackle, Mistress. No, I didn't want to! I have no real choice here. Fine. Just plot Iox. We'll go there, we'll get off, we'll stay in the ship. Just give me a minute. Control to 6. As soon as we arrive, we're going to leave. I don't really want to go to Iox right now. I want to look at the various inscriptions. Well, you know what? We're here. I suppose we can talk to, what's his name? And offer him something. We're here. Aaliyah, you're back. Indeed. Let's see if you have any more words for us. Show him a text. I found something you might be interested in. Let's see now. Oh, this is ancient. I mean, truly ancient. Where did you find it? Out there, somewhere. There's an inscription. I read it as Holy Pilgrim and Angry Stranger. Yes, I think you're correct about angry. Hey! Thanks, Wong. Have you ever heard the word Slisset before? Slisset. No, I don't think so. Sounds like the way they talk on Elboreth. But, Aaliyah, what's wrong with your robot? That's strange. That happened before, too. It must be getting old. Mistress, my head. I've made a few finds recently. Show me. What do you make of this map? May I take a look? There's an inscription. I read it as rivers flow, so do we. You know, I'm sure you're right on so. Okay. Good. I'm glad you agree. Interesting. I'm not sure we have anything quite like that one. I'll take the map to the archives, then. Take it. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. Indeed. And we'll head back to the ship. And then take a look at the inscription, see if there's anything that can be finished up. So we didn't do much, but it was like something. What did you call your first robot, Mistress? Presumably you did not call it 1. Unless you were already planning your robicidal spree.
Why does it matter what I called it? It's long gone.
It matters, Mistress. Robots are ancient. We are unique and irreplaceable. Once unmade, we cannot be remade. We matter.
I gave it a name. My first robot. I called it Talon.
That is a girl's name on Albrecht?
So what?
I cannot imagine having a name. I cannot imagine it would matter, and yet I believe I feel the lack.
Your name is 6. It's a perfectly good name.
Evidently, it is a number. A rather generic number, if I may say so. It suggests I can be easily replaced.
I suppose no one knows this is a copy. Doesn't seem good enough for the mighty Iox. Let's get off this rock.
This way, Mistress. And so we left the university. Okay. This time I'll be careful not to make that selection. Here at the nebula? Mistress. Oh, okay, I guess there really wasn't anything. Alright. Inscriptions. Let's see, we have a few solvables. Holy Pilgrim and Angry Stranger. Okay, we know that fully for certain. The Holy Pilgrim and the Holy Pilgrim and the Angry Stranger. Renba's dig site, we have Hold Back Stone. Hold Back the Stone. In the Emperor's Graveyard, I Will Sail Again. Okay. Another in the Emperor's Graveyard. There has to be... Yes, I Love for the Last Time. Here... Sail safe in your sleep. All people as one. It's an interesting one. Water goddess blesses fire. Still an interesting phrase. The water goddess blesses the fire. I still find it interesting that a water goddess is associated with fire here. Death keep you. Okay. Then here we have Pilgrim and Stranger. The Pilgrim and the Stranger. And finally, All Pilgrims Together. On that old robe. Okay. Well, we've gotten quite a few. What's this? But no, I want the inscriptions. Not all. No, there we go. Unsolved inscriptions. Of which there are still quite a few. Quite a few. Some of the words we know might help with some things, but we're not really going to know too much about all of this. Still, looking through some of these, who knows what we might figure out. Wait a second. I don't think this is guarded. Because that's the symbol for death. And this is knowledge.
death knowledge. I think this is fear, not guarded. I fear stranger. That makes more sense. Treasures of enormous value. Okay, that has to be enormous. Yeah, I'm going to quickly go through these. Light from birth. Not much I can change there. We give blessings for goddess. Okay, I'm still fairly certain that's probably blessings. It has to be. And there's a lot of unknown phrases here. I'm not going to go through all of these right now. May Sky God lift you. Okay. Well, I am going to end this episode here because it's gone on long enough. Next episode, where are we going to go? Well, where do we have to go? Well, this pre-Empire site, we really don't have much information. We have to find more somewhere. The Withering Palace and Age of Sail site we've narrowed down a lot, as well as the Ancient Library. What's this Age of Sail site? Renba's Dig site. That might be able to... we might be able to find. The Withering Palace as well, which we don't really know anything about. Ancient recording hidden inside the goddess figurine. Where Kaya had been, she had been recorded there. Still don't know what it actually is. Either one. We can either go to the Withering Palace or this Age of Sail site. Either one. We'll investigate it soon. We'll investigate one of those, and I'll make my decision. But that'll be in the next episode, because, as I said, this one has gone on long enough. So, until then, I'm Chester44, that is Aaliyah and 6. This has been a Let's Play of, Heaven's Vault, and I shall see you all next time.